In terms of size, what's the order book position?
As of September 31st, 2011, the unfinished order book was about 3,520 crores, 20 odd crores. We are L1 in a couple of other projects right now, which would be announced in maybe another 30-35 days.
And these projects are expected to be completed by?
This is an order book which spans from 18 months to approximately 36 months, depending upon various different kind of projects and different kind of geographies.
You are talking about growth. How do you look at opportunities for this?
I would say the opportunities further are very open and wide. Last 1 year, things have not been flowing in as they were supposed to flow in terms of the government spending and the kind of projects that were supposed to happen has slowed down a bit. But at the same time, as I said that we already have an order book for looking at next 2 years, we would be growing at about 40-50% CAGR. So that is the order book which is already in place. And hopefully this situation wherein global economy not doing well and have a lot of other financial pressures and other things, I think this situation will improve. We have our hands full for next 2 years and 3 years to perform. Anything beyond that, we would be looking at very seriously and taking it forward. Infrastructure in India is an opportunity. It's a big time opportunity because there's a huge basic requirement which is a backlog. So I see huge amount of opportunity. We will have 1 or 2 years which are going to be lull, but at the same time these are phenomena which always happen.
What type of growth you are looking in bottom line and profits?
Going by the present quarter and the next quarter, because the rate of interest in terms of banking and the finance cost has gone up substantially, we have shown traditionally PAT margins of anything between 6.75 to 8%, which have gone to the level of 7.5 very recently, that is year-on-year basis. Only last quarter saw a dip of about 0.75% to 6.5, that is about 5.75 to 5.8% as the PAT margins. We think we will be able to sustain that for another quarter or two, and after that, hopefully after this financing gets a bit eased out and the interest rates are more practical, this would again be sustainable at anything around 6.5 to 7%.
How you are matching the top line and bottom line growth?
As I already said, we already have an order book which will allow us to grow at 40-50% CAGR for next 2-3 years. So that order book is very much there, and all these works are quoted or got or considered by keeping a PAT margin of anything to the range of 8 to 8.5% on PAT levels.
So which is the most profitable vertical?
What we have encountered in last 1 year is power seems to be a very profitable vertical to whatever power distribution contracts we have done. But that is something which is very new, so maybe I wouldn't be able to tell that this is the most profitable vertical even always and taking it forward. But verticals which we have executed for more than 3 cycles or 4 cycles, I would say buildings and bridges is a better vertical as compared to roads or as compared to any other infrastructure.
Which SPV project you are expecting to go into tolling in the near future?
We are implementing this project called Manohar Wada Bhivandi, and that is almost 55-60% completed as of now. We anticipate that should go tolling next year.
How would you like to define your competitive edge?
Competitive edge has got a lot of dimensions actually. We have a very savvy financial management team, because I feel personally Supreme still has the lowest possible finance available or resourced in the market as compared to lot of big companies and lot of big peers as compared to the other companies. In terms of execution, we are still a very strong backward integrated model which has been sustained at all levels of implementing infrastructure, even though we have changed our geographies, even though we have got into different verticals, but that backward integrated model is still very much sustainable and very much there in terms of implementing that. Third is basically different verticals that we execute as a team. we are a very strong team in terms of implementing projects on ground, keeping all this capex and keeping all this manpower intact. The capability to basically execute or get into different verticals of infrastructure is actually a very smart edge as compared to what the peers are. All these things put together is what the growth story of Supreme is all about, actually.